Today we are going to learn about the male reproductive system, the different parts of the male reproductive system. So to start with, let us see the structure of the testes. The structure of testes we have already learned. So testes is placed in a bag-like or a pouch-like structure which is known as scrotum. Testes is the primary sex organ. Scrotum. Testis is the primary sex organ of the males. The scrotum maintains a temperature which is below the body temperature by 2 to 2.5 degree centigrade. This temperature is suitable for the formation of the sperms and also for the viability of the sperms. Now we see the epidermis, which is placed behind the testes, a heavily coiled structure. Epidermis, if you uncoil the tube-like structure, it will be nearly 6 meters in length. Epidermis has 3 parts. The anterior or the uppermost part is known as caput epidermis. The middle portion is known as corpus epidermis and the lower portion is known as caudal epidermis. When the spermatozoa they enter the epidermis, it is immotile. But when it leaves the epidermis and joins and enters the vas deferens, this is vas deferens. When it enters the vas deferens, it becomes mobile. That is, it attains motility. This means that the sperms attain the motility in the epidermis. So, epidermis also nourishes the sperms so that it attains motility. Now, from the epidermis, the sperms passes to the vas deferens. The vas deferens, you see, from the epidermis, the sperms passes into the vas deferens. The vas deferens is a long duct which joins the seminal vesicle. It starts from the lower portion of the epidermis, that is from the caudal epidermis. The vas deferens assists behind the testes and reaches the abdominal cavity. From the abdominal cavity, it reaches the pelvis. Now, in the pelvis, it joins the duct from the seminal vesicle and forms the ejaculatory duct. Now, we see the seminal vesicle, a sac-like structure which are both on either side. The seminal vesicle is an accessory gland which secretes the seminal fluid. It forms a common duct. It joins with the vas deferens and forms a common duct which is known as ejaculatory duct. The secretion of the seminal vesicle is known as seminal fluid. It comprises nearly 70% of the seminal fluid. It consists of the fructose, calcium and also some enzyme which helps in the fertilization, which is known as hyaluronidase. This enzyme helps in fertilization. Now we see the prostate gland. This is the prostate gland which is placed below the urinary bladder. So this is the urinary bladder. This is known as urinary bladder. The secretion of the prostate is added into the testes which comprises about 20% of the seminal fluid. The secretion of the prostate is little acidic, and the prostate gland is made up of ducts, glands and involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles. Therefore, you can call the prostate gland as fibromuscular or musculo-glandular structure. Glandular structure. Now we see the corpus gland, which is also known as the bulbourethral gland. Corpus gland is also known as bulbourethral gland. The corpus gland, it secretes mucus, which helps in easy ejaculation of the sperms and the semen. The secretion of these three glands, that is the seminal vesicle, the prostate glands and the corpus gland, they form the seminal fluid, which helps in the nourishment and the motility of the sperm. These also form the accessory glands. There is a common passage of urine and the semen, which is known as the urethra. This is known as urethra. This is a common passage of urine, a long tube-like structure, a common passage of urine and the seminal fluid. This is the whole structure is of penis, the copulatory organ, and a pore, which is known as penile urethra or the penile meatus. This is also known as, this is urethral meatus. Urethral meatus. This is ureter. So this was all about the male reproductive system. We have learned about the different parts, their function, why they are important in this class. Now in this whole system, we have seen the structure of the testes. The testes are developed during the fetal condition into the abdominal cavity. But when the fetus matures, during the last stages of the pregnancy, the testes, it descends down into the scrotum. Now, if the testes are not able to descend into the scrotum, this abnormality is known as cryptorchidism. This is known as cryptorchidism. This is an abnormality of the males. Now, some of the disorders of the male reproductive system are sterility. That means the sperms are very less in number. The sperm count is very less, or the sperm is not motile. This condition is known as sterility, where the males are not able to produce viable sperms. And impotency. Impotency, where the males are not able to produce viable sperms or they are not able to reproduce.